Sol Campbell has been very vocal, and he's been saying it's potentially could take a £100 million transfer spree for Van Persie to stay. But what I want to ask is this. G-Man, I'll ask you first and foremost, seeing as you're our co-host and an Arsenal fan. Van Persie, should he be sold this summer, or do you risk letting him go on a free next year? And also, 100 million spending spree. The stuff that Sol Campbell was saying. Should any club be held to ransom like that potentially? Because I personally think that no club should kowtow to that from any one player. Because every player, just like Ted DiBiase said, everybody has a price.
Yeah.
And that's my first obligatory wrestling reference of the night. But it's one of them was everybody has a price, and it should not be at the expense of a club just to keep one player, because football's a team game.
Yeah.
But and what do you reckon of Van Persie's kind of reasoning for potentially wanting to move on?
Just slinging mud at Sol Campbell first. I've got a lot of respect for Sol Campbell, especially when he joined Arsenal. You know, he's won many things with us. He's done some good things for us, and he's done some bad things for us. You know, like walking off the pitch at West when he got skinned at by West Ham.
Yeah, by Nigel Rio-Coco.
You know, and we gave him a second chance to bring him back into the club. Yeah. You know, and then he went on like a little girl again, talking smack about the club and the philosophy. He's then gone on to the Euros, starts talking smack about stuff that he didn't really know about, and that's backfired on him now. And now he's gone and said this thing about the £100 million. No player, in my eyes, is worth, buying them players. You know, you've got that like for instance, you got that option in Football Manager, yeah, where it says, ask a player what player he wants. Now, I'm a manager. Why would I want to ask a player who they want? I should know what player I want. Arsene Wenger knows what player, what team he wants. He's brought you into that team to play with the players that he's already got existing, because he's got relationships and he's got friendships with players in this team already, yeah? So why does one specific player, actually feel that they warrant to be questioning the team's movement? Now, going to Van Persie, yeah? Now, I don't mind that Van Persie wants to move on. There's no problem with Van Persie saying that he wants to move on. But, just be clear, have clarity in what you're saying. Don't go around saying, I love this club, I love these people, I love this team, but quite frankly, it's not good enough. How can you love a team that's not good enough, for one, in your eyes? They're not going to win anything. You want to win medals, you want to reach your ambition, supposedly, but from the 8 years of being at a club, let's be fair to you, you've only had 2 good seasons, one very good season, which was last season, yeah, and there's no denying that you were the focal point of the team last season. But at the end of the day, to say to Arsene Wenger and the board that you do not like what direction this club is going in, that is just, in my eyes, using one of my nanny's words, that is feisty. Because because at the end of the day, when you were brought into the club, they were heading in the same direction with you heading with them. They haven't changed their policy. They've always thought youth. Got you in, you were a youth. Molded in a couple other players that were youths. You've now reached the age of a man, supposedly, yeah? And at the end of the day, you're still going to see youth coming in behind you. Just be real about it. Just say, look, I'm moving on because, I want to go for the money. Because at the end of the day, that's what it is. That's the way I see it. And correct me if I'm wrong. At the end of the day, if the club that you supposedly love, yeah, is offering you a spanking new contract, no matter what titles and trophies that you're dreaming about, yeah, a club that you love, yeah, you're going to want to win stuff with them. I
mean, I think Eamon sees it similar as well. I mean, he says he's worse than Nasri. At least Nasri gave us a couple of years. Van Persie has given us 2 years max. And him going on about he doesn't agree with our policies is an insult, seeing as our policy made him. Well, I can understand wanting to win more trophies. You're a professional, you're at the top of your game, and you want to do things. But at the end of the day, you can't say in one breath, "Oh, I love this club, But you know what? At the end of the day, I want to leave to win trophies. As the G-Man said, if you're going for the money, tell the truth.
When we look at Arsenal and we look at the last great captains, you look at Tony Adams and then you look at Vieira. Yeah. After that, none of our other captains have gone down with the ship. All of them have jumped ship.
It's crazy. But Jamie, what do you reckon about this? Because obviously being an Arsenal fan yourself, this whole Van Persie situation, what do you reckon about it?
To be honest with you, RVP, first of all, before anybody says I am an Arsenal fan, bar none, but I am a realistic fan as well. Now, if everybody keeps saying that Manchester United is one of the greatest teams in the world, they're not. All they do is win trophies, which is what you get judged on as a football coach, which is what I am as well. So therefore, if I'm going to keep talking about, Arsenal losing Van Persie, Arsenal losing Nasri, Arsenal losing Fabregas, all of these players, remember, where did they go just to go and win the trophies? Regardless of how much money that they're now earning, where did they go just to win the trophies? Man City just won a trophy in the last 2 seasons, an FA Cup and a Premiership, and yet we're still riding on the coattails of Nasri going for the money.
It is you cannot say it's not a money situation. If we had a billionaire who was giving us money but equally putting us into debt, there would be players at our club that we wouldn't even want, but they're just there because of the money. Darren Eaton, this is from Facebook, has said they've got to sell him now. He's gone public. No club should ever keep a player if he's told the fans he wants to move. Football is all about money now, no commitment whatsoever. And Chris Goh has also said, on your bike.
Hello.
Mr. Chris Goh, hello. Yep. Is there anyone else want to add to those points that have been said so far?
Hello, I disagree with the guy who just sent the message you just read. I disagree with him.
About what? About Van Persie on his get on your bike, or?
No, about football. It's just about money. Everybody wants. No, I disagree.
Why? Why do you disagree?
Because let me give for example, Adebayo, Emmanuel.
Yep.
He left because he said he wanted to win trophy. When he went to Man City, he won the FA Cup. Samuel Nasri, he said he left just because he wants to win trophy. He won the Premier League. Clichy left, won the Premier League. Thierry Henry won the Champions League. So now, if they hadn't won anything, then you would tell me they were after the money. Then I would agree. Yeah, they were after the money.
I was really fired up when I heard the news, and just, you know, the way he approached it, the way that he announced it on his website, and, you know, just sort of the lack of transparency, but also the fact that, you know, it made it seem like he knew about this for a long time, that this was a decision that he'd already made, and the fact that Manchester City had approached him, you know, in the fashion that they did, you know, it's just really upsetting, and it wound me up a lot. And, you know, I thought, well, man, this guy hasn't, you know, just burnt his bridges. I mean, he's detonated them simultaneously in spectacular fashion, like Bane does to Gotham in The Dark Knight Rises. I mean, it's absolutely spectacular.
Well, like he done, like the football ground, you just see it collapsing.
Yeah, seriously, like all of his Arsenal mates are running on the pitch with him, and then he just detonates the whole field, and everybody just goes crumbling into the ground. I mean, it's a shame, really. And I was hoping that he would stay, and that money wasn't the issue, and that it was about the love of the team. But clearly, that's not the case for him. And you can say the same for Sez and Nasri as well. And Arsenal do seem to become, are seeming to become more of a feeder club for these bigger teams, and we need to stem that right now. We need to nip that in the bud, so that big players will want to come to us and we can retain them.